6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanuz Ashraf. First, the headlines. Pakistan has expressed disappointment over non-issuance of visa by India to its Zaireen to visit Ajmer Sharif. Advisor on Finance says the country's economy is improving and growth rate has reached about 6%. Air Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan took charge as Chief of Air Staff in Islamabad today. United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs has unanimously adopted Pakistan's resolution on strengthening efforts to prevent drug abuse in educational settings. APHC chairman says Indian leadership is responsible for the prevailing political uncertainty and a warlike situation in South Asia. Russian President Vladimir Putin, on his re-election for the next term, has promised to beef up country's defenses against the West and raise the people's living standards. And now the news in detail. Pakistan has expressed deep disappointment over non-issuance of visas by India for the visit of 503 Pakistani Zaireen to participate in the Urs of Hazrat Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti Rahmatullah Alayh at Ajmer Sharif from 19 to 29 of this month. Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Muhammad Faisal in a statement said that the visit was to take place under the 1974 Pakistan-India Protocol on visits to religious shrines and is a regular annual feature. He said earlier 192 Pakistani Zaireen could not participate in the Urs of Hazrat Khwaja Nazimuddin Aulia Rahmatullah Alayh in Delhi in January 2018 due to the non-issuance of visas by India. He said such measures also undermine efforts aimed at increasing people-to-people contacts and normalizing relations between the two countries. Advisor to Prime Minister on Finance, Miftah Ismail, has said that the country's economy is improving and growth rate has reached about 6%. Addressing World Islamic Economic Forum in Karachi today, he said that current economic condition is comparatively much better than the last 10 years. The advisor said the government has taken major steps to address poverty and unemployment issues, besides problems being faced by the business community. Air Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan took charge as 22nd Chief of Air Staff at an investiture change of command ceremony in Islamabad today. On this occasion, the outgoing Air Chief, Air Marshal Sohail Aman, pinned badges on the new Air Chief and presented him the sword. The outgoing Air Chief also reviewed Guard of Honor, whereas a formation of JF-17 Thunder fighter jets presented salute to him. In his farewell speech, the outgoing Air Chief said the Pakistan Air Force is equipped with sophisticated weapons and highly skilled professionals, which is ever ready to guard the country's sovereignty as per the aspirations of the nation. He also highlighted the strides made by the Pakistan Air Force in other domains, including education and welfare. Sohail Aman said the production of JF-17 fighter jets is a major honor for the country. The new Air Chief, Air Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan, was commissioned in Pakistan Air Force in December 1983. Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi, visited Kuwait and held meetings with Chief of the General Staff of Kuwait's Army, Chief of Kuwait Naval Forces, and Commander Kuwait Coast Guard. During the meetings, matters pertaining to bilateral interest, including defense cooperation and mutual collaboration, came under discussion. According to the spokesperson of the Pakistan Navy, during these meetings, the Chief of the Naval Staff highlighted the resolve of Pakistan Navy against maritime terrorism. Rear Admiral Imran Ahmed took charge of Logistics Command of Pakistan Navy in Karachi today. He received the command from outgoing Commander Logistics, Rear Admiral Sajid Wazir Khan. The United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs has unanimously adopted Pakistan's resolution on strengthening efforts to prevent drug abuse in educational settings. The resolution was adopted during the Commission's 61st regular session in Vienna. The resolution drew attention of the Commission to the common challenges of drug use among children and youth in schools, colleges, and universities settings. Minister for Postal Services Maulana Amir Zaman says the government is not going to privatize Pakistan Post. Talking to media in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan Post has started work for revamping its offices across the country through its own financial resources to improve the efficiency of the service. The minister reiterated his resolve to turn Pakistan Post into a self-sustaining public sector entity. This is Radio Pakistan. In occupied Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference chairman Syed Ali Gilani has said that Indian leadership is responsible for prevailing political uncertainty and a warlike situation in South Asia. In a statement issued in Srinagar, he rejected the Indian Home Minister Rajnath Singh's rhetoric to cross over the line of control in the name of protecting territorial integrity and said that Indian leaders, while ignoring historical facts, were creating war euphoria in the region. In Afghanistan, 4 people were killed and 8 wounded when a bomb planted on a motorbike exploded outside a political rally of Gulbuddin Hikmatyar in Jalalabad today. Spokesman for the provincial governor, Ataullah Koyangani, said that Gulbuddin Hikmatyar was not hurt in the blast. The blast occurred when people were leaving the site of the rally. No group has so far claimed responsibility for the blast. Russian President Vladimir Putin has won the presidential elections, extending his rule over the world's largest country for another 6 years. With nearly 100% of the votes counted, the Central Election Commission announced that Vladimir Putin has won 76.68% of the vote. It was Putin's biggest ever win and the largest by any post-Soviet Russian leader. Vladimir Putin, who will be 71 at the end of his term, has promised to beef up Russia's defense against the West and raise living standards of the people. Germany's President Frank-Walter Steinmeier has urged Vladimir Putin to use the occasion of his re-election as Russian president to push for a normalization of relations with Berlin and Western Europe. In a statement today, Frank-Walter Steinmeier congratulated Putin on his victory. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will visit Japan tomorrow to discuss bilateral relations and international issues. Turkey says its forces will not remain in Syria's Afrin and will leave the region to its real owners. Talking to reporters in Ankara, Deputy Prime Minister Bekir Bostak said that Turkey had significantly reduced threats to its borders after capturing the town of Afrin. The International Committee of the Red Cross has called for greater access to the civilian population of Syria's Afrin town for aid. Talking to reporters in Geneva, ICRC President Peter Maurer said that the ICRC is helping some of the thousands of displaced civilians who have fled Afrin to villages near Aleppo. In Madagascar, at least 17 people have been killed when a tropical storm, Elikium, hit the region. Thousands of people were displaced by the storm. In Pakistan Super League, first eliminator match between Quetta Gladiators and Peshawar Zalmi will be played in Lahore tomorrow. The second eliminator will be played between Karachi Kings and the winner of the first eliminator game on Wednesday at the same venue. Islamabad United have already reached the final of the league, defeating Karachi Kings by 8 wickets at Dubai. And finally, the weather report. Cloudy weather conditions are expected in most upper and central parts of the country during next 12 hours. However, dust, thunderstorm, rain with gusty winds is expected at scattered places in Quetta, Zob, DG Khan, Multan, Rawalpindi, Malakand, Hazara, Peshawar, Bannu, DI Khan divisions, Fatah, Islamabad, while at isolated places in Kallat, Sahiwal, Bahawalpur, Faisalabad, Sargodha, Lahore, Mardan, Kohat divisions, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.